I think you want to start with what I think I want to start with.
I do.
Which is Bam Adebayo. If you living on a different planet, a couple nights ago.
We started with hate.
Yes.
I
don't know that everybody's position is hate on this.
Mine is hate.
Ice tweeted, "I'm hating."
Hating.
You were hating in the group chat. Like,
well, first of all, I didn't know it was real. Joe sends something out in the group chat saying, Bam got like 74 points, LOL. So I'm thinking he got like 40, 50.
Yeah, he
I thought he was
crazy.
being dramatic. You know what I mean?
No.
I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy, which I never do. Once I found out this dude had maybe I'm a pansy, but he has 74. He has 74 points. So then I watched the rest of the game, and he ended up with 83, which for those that don't know is the second most in NBA history.
Right, 83 points the other night. 83 points the other night versus the Washington Wizards. 20 for 43 on field goals, 36 for 43 on free throws, and 7 for 22 on 3-point attempts.
That was the only egregious part to me.
Free throws.
No. Well, that was egregious too, but they followed him. That's not his fault. The
Right.
22 threes is crazy, though.
I have thoughts on all of it, but Ice, why don't you start?
I'm hating. All right, let me start with
Congrats. There.
The backhanded compliment first.
Oh, no, for sure, because 83 is 83.
Right.
If everybody can score 83, they do it. So, congrats. That to the side. Get this shit out of here, man. This was wrapped up on a bow. They gave this to you.
Wait, hold on. Because now that I see where we going, I want to hate with you.
Okay.
But let me just interrupt for a minute. Because, yes, congratulations. I just want to spend 40 seconds on that before the next hour is hating this guy.
Okay, rock out then.
His mom was there.
Yes.
His mom is there.
Was
Come
Asia there?
on.
His girl was
Asia's
there.
Yeah. Shout out to
His
Asia.
girl is there, who also is the best hooper in her league.
Yeah. Also is a little.
We're also
doing a lot in that
Like you
sense.
said.
Right. I knew what he meant.
Just also happens to be.
by the way,
also happens to
There
be
you
the
go.
best hooper in her league.
Got you.
Norman Powell out for the game. Tyler Hero out for the game. By everyone's account, this guy, Bam, couldn't be a nicer person on and off the court. Like somebody that you would want to root for, tough upbringing, got it out the mud, like what a nice, kind guy. So I do want to say I am extremely happy for him and his accomplishment. And awesome. Back to Ice.
Don't tell me his mom at the game. I saw Allen Iverson's mother braid his hair at the game. I don't care that
That
your
wasn't
mom.
his mom, but I get it.
Pardon. But I saw him.
Wait, who was that?
I think it was his aunt.
Always thought it was his mom.
His mom did it one time. I think there's one very famous photo of Allen Iverson's mom.
That's what I-
doing.
But anyway.
If I was David Stern, I'd have banned Allen Iverson for at least 10 years, y'all.
tried
Honestly,
to.
I know we love him. That's one of my harsh black people takes. Allen Iverson should have got banned. He lucky. I'd have did way worse than Larry Brown. You nigga, you can't get your hair braided during the game. I don't care.
Just
No.
tighten it. Well, back
You
to
cannot- you
We're
cannot
not
get
hating
your
on
hair
AI.
braided
They're hate with hate.
Hold on, we
As a
hating on
Philadelphian,
Bam.
I have no comment.
We hating on Bam, not AI.
You can't do that.
Your Philly card will get revoked for that.
I ain't say nothing.
He moved. Who cares?
Uncle Bobby's still there.
That's true. That's true. Shout out to Allen Iverson,
There
great
we go.
player.
Yeah, we're not hating on AI. We hating on
Fine,
Bam.
fine.
Let's
Back to
get
Bam.
back to Bam.
Hate directed.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the hate where it's supposed to be. I don't get this out of here completely. Like,
Why?
fam, we watched this game. I'm not giving nobody taking 43 free throws. You shot 22.
They followed him.
That's what I don't like. So here's my issue with it. And again, shout out to Bam. 83 points is a lot of points, and he had to make them free throws.
Of course,
and
that part too.
So
36 for 42 or something.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's,
I read.
it's-
That's a crazy
it's-
stat.
it's impressive. It's an impressive game. It's an impressive performance. It's an all-time performance. You could not have gone into this game, anybody, thinking that the NBA scoring record was going to be challenged.
Right.
Thinking that somebody was going to finish second all-time was impossible. And if you did go into that day thinking that, you wouldn't have attached it to Bam Adebayo. If I said anybody in the league, somebody in the league tonight is going to break the record, you might have said SGA, you might have said, there's a lot of names would come up. I don't think Bam would have made the top 25, right?
Correct.
So it's an extraordinary game, unexpected. My issue with it is I went back and watched the whole game because at the time I'd only seen the fourth quarter. My issue really is what happens from the third quarter forward. He had 43 at halftime. I ain't mad at that. Was he chucking? Sure, but that's basketball.
Of course.
People chuck.
And he was hitting, so
He scored 31 in the first quarter. After that, I fully expect you to chuck. He checked for the rest of the game.
You're supposed to.
I ain't mad at that. What I don't like is two things. One, when you're up by that much, at one point 25, 26 points, you got to come out. Unless you are...
Nah.
Let me hear me out. Unless you are within... like, for example, if I had 79 and we up by 25, that's different. If we got 65, if I got 65 and we up by 25, come on.
No.
And B came out with 70. Klay Thompson came out with 60 something. I mean, we can name. There's a few players who might have Kobe that time. Not the game that he won. I mean, that he got the 81. But
when he had the 61 and 3/4
against the Mavericks.
I was listening to it was the Mavericks. I was listening to a former Laker talk about that game, and how they were on the bench urging him to go in after the third, and Kobe's response was, "We're up 20.
Right.
There's no need for me to go back in. It'll happen again."
Yes.
And sure enough, 1 month or a month and a half later, it happens again. So for the people saying, and listen, I'm not here to defend this on some Kobe stand shit.
I am.
Any of my argument has absolutely zero to do with Kobe. Well, maybe a teeny bit at the end.
Yeah, for me it does.
Damn, y'all.
But to the people saying that Kobe would have celebrated this, I firmly disagree.
No, Kobe would not have
I
celebrated.
firmly disagree.
No, I know he
I
would
don't think so.
because of that example. And that's the second part of it. And this is the part Kobe would have hated. Absolutely would have hated. The other team at some point was helping a little bit too much for me.
Yes.
First of all, I didn't like that the Heat themselves were fouling the other team to stop the clock to get him more
Absolutely
shots.
disgusting.
Yep.
That's not basketball.
And that's not me being a basketball purist.
No.
That's just
That's just
disgusting.
nasty.
That's just not how the game is played. And then at some point, it seemed like the Wizards were in on it. Now, I did like the last couple minutes. It seemed
Well,
like
no, you keep saying that. I got to cut you off,
No,
Mark.
but please.
That's another reason that I hate everything about this, except for him getting it because he's a good guy. But the other team it's assumed that they're trying to win. And
They're not.
They're not.
They're not. Not until the last
Like
3 minutes.
I hear the experts and the analysts, they come on and they saying, well, it's just the Wizards. But what they saying is there's nobody out there that's trying to win a game. The Raptors, I watched that Kobe game. They were trying to win.
Yes.
They were up at halftime. They were trying to win. They were throwing the whole kitchen sink at that boy.
Yeah.
He was just on
And they were
fire and in his zone. When you see these types of numbers, you think on fire and in the zone.
This
Donovan
wasn't that.
Mitchell, 70. Devin Booker, 70. Dame Lillard, 70.
got a
These are people
71.
that just, you hear the stories, the rim looked like the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just can't miss.
This game was just a
And that's what I'm.
This
That's
game
what
was
I'm
people
wrapped
call
up
him-
in a bow.
Some
I
people
hear.
call it unethical, you know what I mean? But I think history's won by the victors. And I feel like years from now, people aren't going to care about how he got it. They're just going to care about the achievement itself.
But we were at unethical before Bam's historic night. And this night was kind of an amalgam of just all the problems that the NBA has. We were at unethical with the tank.
Tank, yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to briefly say with the Kobe quote about it'll present itself again. In Bam's case, I don't know if that's going to present itself again.
That's true, but that's maybe why you shouldn't do it.
Shit.
Maybe. I mean, if I'm Bam,
There's a such thing as the flow of the game.
yeah.
Not to be that guy, but there is a such thing as the flow of the game. Yes, the history books won't remember it, but we will. I will.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't hold this in the same regard as any of the Kobe shit.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
I am hating on this. But listening to y'all, if I'm Bam, I'm going for that.
Hell
Of course.
yeah.
That's what he
None of
said.
my
That's where the
anger
coach
is
comes
at
in. That's
none
what-
of my
okay.
tightness is directed at Bam.
Okay, all right.
Bam did everything he was supposed to do at a home game with none of his team playing. His
right.
coach asking him to, hey, show up with some energy and effort tonight with your mom in the stands and your girl in the stands. Nothing I have to say is about Bam.
Okay, cool.
Got it.
It's just the game itself.
However, for me,
This is that one moment around 77 to 80 when they're triple teaming him on the inbound, and he gets the ball. He's not a ball handler. He's not bringing the ball up the court normally. He's trying to get through three guys, hoping they foul him, and they're doing their best not to foul him, and they're trying to take the ball from him, which they did once or twice.
he's foul baiting.
Yeah, I know. At that point, I hope. I'm not blaming him, but I hoped he would say, you know what? I've had a lot of points.
It ain't worth it.
Let me sit down.
I would have loved for him to even match Kobe's 81.
Yes.
And be like, I'm honoring him and paying tribute. I wanted
Hell
to get to that.
no.
I wanted to get to that number.
If I match it and it's time left, I don't give a how. I'm going to get me another point.
Facts. And that's
Okay,
what's
but that goes back to the amalgam of issues that are here outside of tanking. Well, directly related to tanking is product on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And by the time I sent y'all that text in the group chat, and also another problem, where do you find these games?
Oh,
Because if you
that's a
don't
must.
have League Pass,
It's a dog.
you weren't tuning into the Wizards and the Heat.
Yeah,
but by the
you were watching the Boston game.
by the time they funneled it to where everybody was watching, that was the most egregious part of the game
For
that
sure,
last 5, 6, and 7 minutes,
Yeah.
Look
which is
ridiculous.
why so many people have these negative feelings. Because what we saw,
We didn't see the whole
that
thing.
wasn't
Egregious
basketball.
part, yeah.
No, it was not basketball.
That wasn't
wasn't.
basketball.
It wasn't.
That was a joke. When I had text, I looked at the time. It was like 4 minutes and 53 seconds. What felt like 20 minutes later, it was a minute left in the game. It's not basketball. It's
not.
I looked at the score and said, why is this game still on?
Yeah, 26-point Laffer should be done almost with just based on the clock. It shouldn't stop 10 times because we keep fouling the other team.
Yeah,
when
no.
we have 20. It's embarrassing.
Also, the referees. The referees, y'all have to be under a microscope. The 44 free throw attempts for somebody that's viewed as not a scorer. Okay, y'all are calling everything under the sun. That's related to the other issue. What's going on with some of the lines in these games as it directly relates to gambling?
Yep.
And that goes to another issue, which is related to the prediction market. Was there insider trading? Was there anybody that we got to look? We don't know what's going on with them Porter brothers on the loose. We don't know what's going on with them Porter brothers out there. You have no idea how, if this is the product you want to put on the floor, I think Adam Silver's falling off a little bit.
He is.
I'm not going to lie to you.
He is.
He came in with a spark, made a lot of really positive changes that I'm a fan of. But what he's done in these recent years, it don't look the greatest.
He's fallen off in terms of the game, but on the business side, I don't think they've fallen off at all.
Yeah, but the product is shit, and that's going to eventually.
But to some people, that's we don't care if the product.
I'm
is
with
shit,
you.
as long
I
as
just
we
think it
making
leads into the
shit.
business at some point.
It'll bleed over.
The innovators, the true geniuses, want to troubleshoot the problem before the impact hits the business.
Yeah.
New Joe Budden.